Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Yes, it's a special edition, I guess you can kind of say, because ordinarily we already did our show today, so we wouldn't be back again today. But something came across the wire, and I wanted to bring it to you all. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to come in before we dive into this. We give some people some time to come into the chat before we start to go into to well, I would say today's show, but this is the second show for today. We're going to go into what this one is about. Ronald Burton, welcome in. Lenore, welcome in. Welcome in. Zena, I see you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming in. Jeremiah, welcome to hashtag I'm going to say it. Thank you all for coming in. User 861336653881. Welcome. Cody, thank you for dropping in. Odessa Featherstone. Thank you for coming in. Yo, I see you. Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. Lola Jane, thank you for coming in. Rudy, I see you. Thank you for joining. Wanda Scott, 76. Okay, let me get about 3 or 4 more. Let me get 4 more in here. Lucretia Brown, 25. Welcome. Lori, thank you for coming in. Jimmy Hayes, thank you for coming in. Latanya Dominic Smith, thank you. Thank you all for joining me. Okay, so let's get started. Like I said before, welcome to hashtag I'm going to say it. First and foremost, I'm your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News. This is where I take events that's going on today and I speak on them. Some things I say you're going to like, some things I say you're not going to like. But before we get into, let me say this. For those of you that have been following the podcast, remember back after when the awards happened. And you had, and I'm not gonna say their names on here because I don't want to get flagged or banned anything. But the guy who co-owned a record company dealing with rocks, or what we some people call camel face. We'll say that. Remember, he went on stage and he got the award, and he was saying how his wife, the one that's in the picture over there, remember, he was saying how she got all of these awards, but she's never won the big one, like Album of the Year and stuff like that. And then on the same show, their daughter came up there. She was on stage with him. And remember, she was like looking spaced out. But anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. What we're talking about now is, remember, people were saying that they felt like he got on stage and done that in hopes of gaining his wife. I'm not gonna say the wife right there in the picture. Gain her back, and it had already been stated that they weren't living together. They were going through their issues, wasn't living together, and things like that. Right? Other people have always said that, and shout out and rest in peace to the security guard, Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron tried to drop us some knowledge, and allegedly, again, people, allegedly, I'm just going to say he gave his life doing it, right? That's what I'm going to say. But anyways, I'm going to play this video. And what I do, for those of you that's new here, when I'm talking about content, or when I'm talking on things like this, I like to give you the source that I got it from, so you all can do your due diligence and go look at it and check it out for yourself if you'd like. And so this video that I'm about to play comes from Culture Spill. That's Culture Spill, and they are on YouTube. But now, before I hit play, let's all keep in mind. Matter of fact, let's play a game. Put a one in the live if at some time throughout this marriage, this unity, you've heard that it was arranged. Just put a 1. You ain't got to say nothing. Just put a 1. And now I'm going to play.
Okay, can I just say that everything I'm finding out about Beyonce and Jay-Z in the last couple of days has been against my will? What do you mean Beyonce was allegedly caught living with her bodyguard? Is she like moving forward with the divorce already? And why are we also finding out just recently about a relationship Jay-Z had with his mentor Jazz O? And they are about to throw Jay-Z under the bus with these divorce rumors, y'all, because it looks like Bey's PR team is putting it out there that Tina Knowles is the one who forced Beyonce to get married to Jay-Z. Baby, y'all may need to collect your jaws, your edges, and everything else because this one is messy as hell. So to start us off, let's get into how Mama Bear Tina Knowles allegedly forced Beyonce to marry Jay-Z. Well, there's a recent blind that has been making rounds claiming that the only reason Beyonce got married to Jay-Z was because she was forced to do so by Tina. Whatever is in this blind is not necessarily new because it's all stuff we have seen before, but it says this globally adored pop star is widely seen as one of the most powerful and influential women in the world. Her marriage to a rap mogul has been long praised as the pinnacle of black love and empire building. But behind closed doors, it's anything but a fairy tale.
Hold on, before I continue playing that though, I want to say this. What I had heard, or what was alleged, was that it was her father that told her to go along with this. All alleged, people. All alleged. Let's finish. Not her mother, but her father's. But let's finish.
What most people don't know is that the superstar never truly wanted this relationship to begin with. In fact, the marriage and even the relationship itself was something she was pushed into by none other than her mother. The superstar was barely 19 years old when the rapper, then in his early 30s, took a keen interest in her. At the time, she was still finding her voice, still figuring out her identity, and unsure about getting involved with a man nearly 13 years her senior.
Hold on, y'all. I know you listening, and y'all like, man, stop interrupting. And I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure we stay on par as we going forward. Remember, it's been alleged that she was even younger than what they just said, right? Alleged. But if you all remember, there's a couple of interviews, I think it was 2 or 3 interviews, where she was asked her age, and she gave different numbers. Like, she didn't know how old she was when she met the person, right? Okay, let's go.
The blind item then continues and adds, insiders say the superstar was hesitant from the beginning. She knew about his reputation, the women, the questionable past, and the power imbalance, and voiced her discomfort to her mother. But instead of supporting her, her mother quickly shut her down. Her mother, who had long been managing her career, saw the relationship as a strategic business move. She allegedly told her daughter that being with the mogul would solidify her career and put her on another level, essentially making her untouchable in the industry. The mother was focused on creating an empire and believed aligning her daughter with the rap mogul would do just that. Even when the superstar admitted she wasn't sure she even liked him like that, her mother dissed her. And so, despite her hesitation, the young singer went along with it. But what she didn't know at the time was just how dark her future husband's past was and how it would come back to haunt her. Well, I know it's probably just speculation at this point, but would you be surprised if Tina actually forced Beyonce to get married to Jay-Z? What I'm personally more curious about is why this is coming up now. Well, I've seen people suggesting that this is a move by Beyonce's team as she prepares to finally divorce Jay-Z. So they're just bringing this narrative of Mama Tina up to make it look like Beyonce never had a choice. But reportedly, after years of persevering, Beyonce is just done. Done. Again, we've talked about how Bey and Jay-Z's marriage has been rocky for years now, a couple of times. So the divorce would also not be surprising. In fact, there have been reports claiming that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been living separately for a while now.
Now, again, those of you that's been following my show, we've talked about them being separated and living in different locations, right? We said that they didn't live in the same dwelling, right? Now, sorry, what this is making me think about is, remember her sister in the elevator and what she done to what's supposed to be her husband? Y'all remember that? Just making sure y'all following along with me. I just make sure we all on the same page here.
The rift probably happened sometime before 2014. There were even reports that after several cheating escapades, Beyonce set strict rules for Jay-Z, and an insider said, Jay's ultimately very grateful that she didn't give up on him back in the day, so he shows his respect by following her rules. He used to go out with the boys all the time, but that's off limits, and Beyonce doesn't like him having one-on-ones with his female talent. Well, it looks like nothing appears to be working, and Beyonce has decided she might as well just live her life in peace, which brings us to this next allegation. The person keeping her sheets warm is none other than her very handsome bodyguard, Julius DeBoer. Now, y'all have definitely seen him standing, looking, observing, and protecting Beyonce since like 2008. Whether it's an award show or a chill public appearance, Julius is always there. In fact, he's become such a huge part of Beyonce and Jay-Z's life over the years that he's developed his own mini fan base. In terms of his personal life, it's been reported that he speaks 5 languages, is divorced, and has a daughter. Well, Julius has also made headlines a few times in the past for allegedly being romantically involved with Beyonce. For instance, there's a blind that said, it's about time she got back at her husband. This A-plus list singer is hooking up with her bodyguard. Apparently, the husband is afraid of the guy, which probably helps. And this is just one.
What do y'all think so far? I got 91 people here. First of all, thank you for coming in and shout out to you. You could have been anywhere, but you're here, and I appreciate that. But what do y'all think about what you're hearing so far? And do you think that? Yeah. Oh, bees, hubby. Yeah. See, and look, do you? Okay, we listen. Unless we've been under a rock, which we haven't, we know what's going on with her supposed husband and Puffy Jacket, right? Lola Jane says, good for her. Hey, if she like it, I love it. If she like it, I love it. I'm not saying she's in wrong. Echo says, I saw that blog on YouTube yesterday and kind of think it's some truth in that. Echo, I'm with you. I'm with you. But even if we just look at the dynamic of them, like I brought up at the awards, right? Wanda said bees in the trap. If we just think about the award, it wasn't even when he went in to give her a kiss, not him, clearly not him, but who she's supposed to be married to, or allegedly married to. When he went in to give her a kiss, if you notice, she did not kiss him back. Like, it wasn't no show of affection. It wasn't at all. Hold on. Who was that? Hold on, who said that? Married Devon Martin. Says, I just mind my business, laugh out loud. Right, we're just going to mind our business. But, baby, this is a picture of T right here, isn't it?
Of the many blinds that have suggested over the years that there's something romantic going on between the two. Some people have actually said that they believe Beyonce and Julius have been involved in the past only because of the pictures where he was coming out of the hotel behind Beyonce with lipstick on his lips. Well, allegedly, a few years back, Jay-Z definitely thought that there was and may still be something romantic going on between Bey and Julius. And an insider said that he wanted to fire Julius, but Beyonce said Julius isn't going anywhere. So based on reports, they've become so close in the last couple of months, which is why Julius broke character and visibly celebrated Beyonce's win at the Grammys.
Yes,
in the footage of the moment that Beyonce's Cowboy Carter was announced as the Recording Academy's Album of the Year, Julius immediately hops up from his perch behind Bey and Jay's table as he prepares to follow her up the stage, and fans spotted a smile on his face. I mean, it's possible that he was just genuinely happy for his boss, but to some people, this proved that he's becoming a little too comfortable, even in public. There have actually been a couple of more speculations about Beyonce and Julius, with some sources reporting that Bey and her bodyguard are going to ride off into the sunset, and you won't see her more than once a year or so out in the wild. In fact, if word on the street is anything to go by, allegedly, they have been spending days continuously together, and it's...
Wait a minute. Did you just hear her say, allegedly, they've been spending days together? Listen, that is her real hubby. Camel Face is just her work husband. Right. That's the work husband, yeah. Somebody just said I can see why. Who was that? Charlotte. Charlotte, shout out to you, Charlotte. She said I can see why. Laugh out loud. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, no Diddy. I get it. Echo says, see what I mean? Yeah, I see. I see. User 703-726-603-7988 says that's her cousin. Well, listen, that's a good cover up. It'd be a great cover up. Hey, I'm just here to bring you the content. I'm just here to bring you the content.
It's no longer just random hookups here and there. Child, I don't know what to think of all these bodyguard rumors, but I'll tell you this. It's not the only Carter's tea making rounds. Apparently, people are just finding out recently that Jay-Z and his mentor Jaz-O may have had a physically intimate relationship.
Stop again, people. Let's hit it. This is the second time in a month we've heard about Camel Face being intimate with a male, and that's fine. Listen. Hey, listen. I please, because a lot of you are new here. I don't care about what anybody do with their life and who they date. Right? I don't care. Right? Angela says not true. I don't care. You know what the preference is, but what I'm saying is. They just said that this man is, again, allegedly had a physical relationship with a producer. But now, if we go back to the alleged Kim Porter book that came out, in that book, she stated that Camel Face and Puffy Jacket had an intimate relationship. Allegedly. I'm just saying, people. Let's. I'm just saying. Patricia said that's the. Oh, sorry, it went up too fast. That's the dude pretending to be the other dude, acting like that one dude. Yeah, it's messy. It's messy, but I get it. Jelly Bean said, "Is that why Ye mentioned the IVF?" Hey, I never put that together, Jelly Bean. You could be on to something. Hey, Ginger's long time no see, girl. How you doing? Mama Haida says, "What are you saying?" I'm not saying anything. Look, I'm just listening. I'm just sharing this with y'all. It just came out, and I'm just sharing it with y'all. That's it. They trying, um, whether her bodyguard is her new boy toy, and that, I mean, her and her, yeah, allegedly, right? 808 Island Queen B, allegedly. Everything's alleged. That's why I started out. Everything's alleged. But allegedly, her and her husband hadn't been living together. Now, we said that a long time ago. We said that months ago. Ginger says, great, had a shoulder surgery and feel much better. Thanks for asking. I didn't know that, but I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank God for that, for his grace and mercy. I'm glad you're feeling better, and I hope you continue to heal back to full strength. Box Rex says, if she's living with him, he's pimping that, and that's what I was saying. A lot of you were saying that's her cousin, so that may be. This could be nothing else. This could be nothing else. But hashtag, I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna bring it to you all. We'll have to look into that though.
Honey, let me just give you a bit of background first. So Jay-Z and Jaz-O met as kids in Marcy Projects and quickly bonded over their love of rhyming. In fact, while speaking about the connection, Jay wrote in his 2010 book, Decoded, I connected with an older kid who had a reputation as the best rapper in Marcy. Jazz was his name, and we started practicing our rhymes into a heavy tape recorder with a makeshift mic attached. Apparently, they would freestyle and battle for hours together, pushing the limits of one another's vocabularies and backing each other.
Whoa, wait. I just caught what she said. The lyrics of the song say, I connected with an... Oh, you all got to go. I'm gonna tell you again where to go find it. But I don't believe it is neither, Big Mama. She says that's not her cousin. I don't think it is either. But it says, I connect with an older kid who had a reputation as the best rapper in Marcy. wrote Jay in his 2010 book, Decoded. Jazz was his name. Now, because especially since all this has came out with Puffy Jacket, I'm finding myself going back and listening to old songs before we knew all of this, or before the hip hop world was in, or the entertainment industry as a whole was in the culture that it's in now. Thank you all for the follow. I appreciate that. But I found myself going back and listening to songs. And so the reason why this sticks out is because on Ether, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but on Ether, Nas says he says his name, and then he says from Jay-Z, just go listen, from Jay-Z, he says, damn, you on jazz, you know, y'all know. So now I got it. I'm slow, because this whole time I thought he meant like Jazzy Jeff, right? But no, Jazz, so is this friend from Marcy, right? So Echo Kelly, you remember what I'm talking about, right? In that song, he says that. Wow. Like I said on my show before, people, I think these songs are starting to show us that it was art imitating real life. I don't know. And again, for those that come in and want to go against it, I'm just going to say, allegedly. Oh, yeah. So the point is, this is Johnny 3000. Yeah. So the point is the fact of, first of all and foremost, it said in the beginning that her mother was kind of the that part, Echo Kelly, that part right there. That's the point. But that's what I was getting at right there. He take his name from that. And in the beginning, well, we've all heard that it was an arrangement, their union. And in the beginning, you might have just gotten here, but in the beginning, they were saying that her mother was the one who orchestrated that. So let's go.
Each other up in local battles on the block. Jazz got the first big break of the two, securing a solo deal with EMI, which released his debut, Word to the Jazz, in 1989. He actually kept Jay by his side as a hype man and partner in rhyme throughout his deal, putting him on his early singles like Hawaiian Sophie and The Originators. Based on reports, as part of his EMI deal, Jazz went on a trip to London to record his new album, and Jay made the trip along with a young Irv Gotti, narrowly avoiding a federal raid back in the U.S., which he said would have prematurely ended his rap dreams without a reasonable doubt. Well, unfortunately, Jazz's deal did not work out, but Jay used the experience as a lesson about how ruthless the industry is to artists. Eventually, Jay-Z got his break as well, but somewhere down the line, Jazz and Jay had a nasty beef and fell out. Then Jay's historic beef with Nas poured gasoline on the flames that were already flaring when Nas mentioned Jazz multiple times in his rap battle with Jay, accusing Jay-Z of biting Jazz's name and...
Hold on. Didn't we just say that? And then I also see, wait, hold on. Somebody just said I would live with Julius too. Jaya Freeman, yeah. I mean, I mean, we can't. I don't think we can blame her at all, right? I mean, she's. Matter of fact, let's give it up for her. Let's give it up for her. Let's give it up for her, and we're going to give it up for her because if all of this is true, she deserved her flowers because she played her part really, really good. She played it really, really good, and she played it for a mighty, mighty long time. Do you know if that's right, slow motion, let them know, if this is true, do you know how good of an actor you got to be to pretend to be in love with a camel all this time? But I also want to get this out, too. If you just remember, she said that Jazz made the song Hawaii Sophie, or something like Hawaii Sophie, something like that. And in that same song we were speaking about with Nas, which is she's talking about now, he brought that up in that song. Slow Motion said TMZ will sniff it out. Yeah, I'm waiting on it.
And style, and mocking his Hawaiian Sophie days as Jazz's sidekick. What followed after that was years of digs and disses that Jazz admitted really hurt his feelings.
As far as feeling, yeah, it was hard. It was difficult listening to that because it felt like...
Are you drowning?
So listen, that was Jazz O speaking, right? That's the same one that Nas was saying camel face. I'm gonna say that because a lot of times when you say his name, her supposed husband's name on here, you get in trouble. So at least I do. I don't know why, but at least I do. But remember, he said he took the name from him. And then he mentioned the song that the guy, Jazzo, was famous for, put Jay-Z on.
It was
and he
him,
said he kept
obviously,
you famous because of that
but
song.
it felt like a stranger. And one more thing that I feel is important is that I understood his position to a point.
Shay, they do. They
Not
look
saying
better
I
together.
agree with it, but I understood his position because he's got this. Everybody, all the time. Before the status that, we see now, he had that all the time because the main thing was even into the late 90s, it was still Jazz and Jay-Z.
But in April 2019, Jazz announced a distribution deal under Hov's Rock Nation label, seemingly confirming that they had squashed their beef. The deal gave Jazz's Kings County Media Group equity distribution through the Rock Nation imprint, and that put a happy ending to their journey. But here's where it gets interesting. Allegedly, the beef that was going on had something to do with a romantic fallout between the two. I know this may seem like news to a lot of people, but apparently, people who were around in the 90s know about the rumors, and a few have actually confirmed that there were speculations that the two were physically intimate. Well, Jay-Z has done a pretty good job, as always, to remove such speculations and blogs about their rumored relationship from the internet. But the allegations resurfaced again recently when reports started making rounds saying that a reporter almost died because they asked Jay-Z about the rumored relationship. Now, we've also had stories about how Jay-Z has always been on the DL. So again, this may not be surprising to a lot of people. In fact, nothing surprises us about the Carters anymore. Tina forcing Beyonce to marry Jay-Z, Beyonce possibly now living with Julius, Beyonce's PR coming up with stories that will justify her imminent divorce is honestly all believable. But you let me know what you think in the comments section below.
Well, that's the end, people. But I want to bring up something too. On a previous show, and I wish I had the man's name, but he was doing an interview, right? Shay says she didn't do Bodyguard for nothing. This isn't far-fetched. I agree with you, Shay. But I can't remember the person's name, and I'm going to have to go back and research it. It was several shows ago of mine. However, he was doing an interview, and he was saying that he worked on the set. He was like a stagehand, or on the set where you put things together for a music video. And the music video, I believe it was Michelle Rodriguez is her name. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's Michelle Rodriguez. But the song was Girl Fight. In any event, the man doing the interview says that he worked on the set while they were shooting that video, and while they took a break and everything, he went outside, and the guy that's supposed to be her husband, someone told him that, hey, yeah, he comes through here and he picks up Transformers all the time. Like it's nothing new. Like that's what he does. He's into that. There's no problem. The guy that was telling him this wasn't shocked by it, right? And he says that the guy that was doing the interview that I told you worked on the stage, on the set for the video, he says, and about a few minutes later, this sidekick comes up, and the guy's supposed to be her husband, is in it, and he picked up a Transformer. Again, we don't care what people's preference is. That's not what my platform is about. My platform is a safe space. There's a no judgment zone, so it ain't got nothing to do with that. Felicia says, so we talking rumors only, right? We're talking alleged. So we don't know what's true and what's not, but this is what's coming out, and we're saying alleged, right? Because on my platform, I definitely, because if I don't see it, I can't verify it. You understand? I can't, and I won't do that to y'all. I just won't do that. So if I don't know, I'm gonna tell you I don't know, and then if I do know, I'll tell you. Or if I seen it, then I can tell you what I seen. Miss Miss Dana Dane, I like that name. Says old news about that. Oh, see, I didn't know. I didn't know. Rachel Harris, thank you for that heart me. I appreciate it. Let's give it up for Rachel Harris for coming the 14th member of my team. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love and support, sweetheart. Yvette says, what's a transformer? You said transformer. Yeah, well, I can't say it on here because, you know, TikTok is sensitive. But I'm playing charades, transformer. Transformer. I gotta be careful. I would say it. There you go. Mei-Ling, there you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like new slang. Listen, it's the hardest thing to learn the lingo on here. Now, my previous page, it got permanently. I got permanently banned twice. So, but that was because I was just saying. I didn't try to make up no name, play no charades. I said it as is, right? So when they shut me down, I was like, okay, I gotta still be able to bring the content, but I'm gonna have to spin some of the things that I say and how I say it. You know what I mean? I still want to give you the message, but I want to, spend it. But someone says, who's that guy? That guy is her bodyguard. Oh, who's the transformer? It was a story because she was talking about Jazz in the video we just played. She was saying how Jazz and the guy's supposed to be her husband were friends in Marcy, right? And that they had a physical relationship. And I was just saying how that isn't so surprising because there was a guy who worked on the set on the video girl fight, and I have to hold on. Let me make sure I'm telling you all right, because I think the girl who sung that song, I think her name is Michelle Rodriguez, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that, which wouldn't be the first time, right? But let me make sure I'm telling you all the right thing. Let's go here. The name of the song was Girl Fight. Oh, see, I was wrong. Brooke Valentine. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Athena. Brooke Valentine. So he was working on the set of that video. And he was saying when they took a break or whatnot, he went out on he went outside, just catch his breath or whatnot, and there was a bunch of transformers. This district was known for having the transformers there, right? And y'all are funny. Somebody said Jay transforming to Julius. Y'all are funny. Um, but this particular district was known where the transformers would be streetwalkers, if you know what I mean. And so the person was like, yeah, he comes through here. The guy's supposed to be her husband. He comes through here all the time and pick up transformers. Like that was his thing. And so user says transformer, like the fold up cars. No, 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 no. I wish it would have been better for him, I guess, But no, that's not what I mean. But he was saying that the person that was in the area or whatever told him that. And he was like, so he was outside chilling, waiting to go back to work. And this sidekick, and that tells you how long ago it was. He said the sidekick pulls up, right? The little Jeep. And it was the guy's supposed to be her husband. And he picked up a transformer. So it really was, according to, allegedly. I'm saying alleged, but it's what he saw, he said. So that's what he was dealing in. And then I was saying how people say the book that came out by Kim Porter, they said it's not her words, it's not true, it's not her or whatever. But in that book, it says that Puffy Jacket and Camel Face, the guy's supposed to be her husband, had a physical relationship. And again, we don't care who people choose to date. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, by all means, Big Mama says, now I got to go listen to it. Yeah, by all means, listen. This interview, like the one I just played for you, that is called Culture Spill. And let me find out what the actual title of it is so you all can find it. So it'll say her. It'll say her name. And it says in capital letters, caught. Then it says living with bodyguard. Divorce is imminent. So you have you. That's what it is, right? What was that? C says just join. Why are they living together? Hey, welcome to the show. This hashtag I'm gonna say it. Thank you for coming in. Uh, it's actually been stated a long time ago that they weren't living together, and of course it was. And we gotta say it again. Allegedly, because of all of the infidelity that was going on, and that um, you know, it wasn't a legitimate marriage allegedly. Carlos said, "Who's the lady in the video?" Oh, that's Beehive. That's Beehive. You come in often, so we can't say. We can't say. A Strong says, "I'm late." Hey, how you doing, A Strong? Is she possibly messing with this guy? Yes, that's what's being alleged. That's what's being alleged. Um, so for you all that's coming in, go on YouTube. Make sure you do it because I want you all to see as she's narrating. She put pictures up too, but go on YouTube and look up Culture Spill. Culture Spill. A Strong says, I hope so. Look, she wouldn't be in wrong. She wouldn't be in wrong. Look up Culture Spill, and it'll say her name, and then capital letters. It'll say caught living with bodyguard. Divorce is imminent. Now, a lot of people have already said that she was trying to basically distance herself from Camel Face because of the allegations that came out in regards to him and Puffy Jacket and the 13-year-old. And then a lot of people discredited that. All I say, people, is let's also go back and think about their alleged dealings with him and Foxy and how young she was. Let's also go back and remember that the girl, the artist that he had signed to his record label that he worked with, and she was still in high school, and she didn't like him working with her one on one and all of that. And remember, the artist was going to her senior prom. She was on her way out the door to the senior prom. And the record called and let her go from Camel Face's record company. And then we also have to go into remember what Rihanna was saying. Caroline, thank you for that heart me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Caroline for coming the 15 member of the team. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love and support. Big Mama, thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. Remember, Rihanna was saying it's alleged. It's alleged that they had involvement, but she was saying how they were in the room forever. Renee, thank you for that bubble gum. Thank you so much. Carly, I appreciate the hand heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate that support. She was in. Remember, he had to sign. There's two ways you can leave: out the window or out the door with the contract. You all remember that? Big Mama, thank you for the finger heart. Thank you for the finger hearts. You all remember that? Yeah, Playboy Barbie. Yeah, Reed said that. So let's keep in mind that. And now let's come up to the recent. Let's come up to the recent about the victim that was 13 at the time that put the lawsuit out. He's had private investigators going to her house trying to basically get her to change her story of his involvement. You see what I'm saying? Hey, cousin, how you doing? You good? I saw your note. Everything good? Who messing with you and your lady? Echo Kelly. Yes. Let's not forget about Aaliyah. Let's not forget about her. And all of these, what do they have in common? They were young. They were young, right? Sunshine says, what would Beyonce have to live with a bodyguard? Well, I think it's more, what they're saying is more of a, I'm okay, my ex. Hold on, cuz that went up too fast. Oh, the ex that I know, Kilo. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, her safety, and then to top it off, just go look. Go look. Please go look at the video because she shows a video from the award show I was talking about, and he is behind her. The bodyguard is behind her and giving her a look of, he's happy. She won. But listen, hey, allegedly, all things are alleged. So you all go and watch it. Tell me what you think. Me personally, I I could see this being true. Because even prior to even seeing this video, like I told you, it's already been stated that they weren't living together. It had already been stated months ago. So I could see that. And if they spending every day together, I'm talking about her and him. If they spending every day together, I mean, you know. And then I'm just saying, no, no Diddy, but look, him, camel face. Can we blame her? And like I said, before we end the show, let's give it up to her again. Because if it is true, she deserves her out because she played her part for decades. Or for a decade. Or for years. A lot of years. We'll say that, right? Miss Huntley, 29, says, fill me in. I'm late. Okay. Word on the TikTok curve or the YouTube curve is that one right there, that lady, isn't living with Camel Face, who's she's supposed to be married to, and that she's actually got a thing going on with him, the bodyguard. But and a lot of people that's in here are saying no, that's not true. Jocelyn just said that's her cousin. So and I've seen a few people say that in here, and that may be true. I don't know. I'm just bringing you what's coming across the wire. But I will say this. Uncle Ron, who spent a lot of time with them, told us about these things going on. And he's no longer with us. And so if you know anything about the record industry and about the people that's higher up, when you start bringing stuff to light that they don't want let out, you understand? B.A. Warrior says Uncle Ron being gone is sus too. That's exactly what I'm getting at. You hit the nail right on the head. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I believe it was some truth to what he was saying, and that's why they did it to him. And let's not forget and shout out and peace and blessings to Angie Stone. Rest in peace. What was she doing? And come on, Pimp C tried to tell us about. Let's go back, people. Come on. I know I'm going to let y'all go. I know you got to enjoy your evening. And I got to get ready to do an interview tonight on a podcast for wrestling. But listen, Pimp C, God rest his soul, tried to tell us. And one of Camel Face's best songs, Big Pimpin', Pimp C didn't even want to do it. And he was talking about, and I know because the interview was down here in Atlanta on our radio station. Pimp C was saying that these people in the rap game that's acting like they thugs and gangsters and stuff, they need to be true to themselves. And if they fruity, to be fruity, to be yourself. And what happened? What happened? Exactly, Echo. I just want to listen. I just want you all, before we go and say, no, it ain't true. And before we say this is crazy and this absurd, which I get it, a lot of it is. But if you connect the dots and you pay attention to the little breadcrumbs that's been provided to you over the course of time, sometimes More times than not. Hey Strong says, I'm loving your live. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you go back and you pay attention, these things kind of line up. Pink says, Beyonce shady, period. Listen, and this is my personal opinion. Thank you all for the follow, by the way. This is my personal opinion, everybody. My personal opinion is this here. When it came to the group that she was in, I have to say Kelly Rowland was the better singer. That's just my opinion. No one has to agree with it. It's just my opinion, right? And I could be completely wrong and completely off basis with that. But I just feel like Kelly Rowland was better, right, than her. Granted, I mean, don't get me wrong. The singing lessons have helped, They have helped. So, Carmela says, no, Kelly wasn't. And hey, that's cool. I respect your opinion on that. I just think she is, because what we hear from Beyonce now wasn't what she was. It was a lot of, she had vocal lessons and stuff like that. But I just think Kelly was better. Live with the Keys says, I think Kelly is prettier too. I confess. I confess. I do. But you all, hey, thank you for joining. I had to bring that to you. Hey, Strong says, yes, she was. I agree with that fully. I appreciate you all joining me for the show. And remember, hashtag, I'm going to say it. We typically go live at 10 o'clock Monday through Friday. Sometimes we come on the weekend. If some news come down the pipe and I need to share it with you, I'll do that. But typically we try to come Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So with that being said, you all enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to get ready to do this interview for Welcome to Wrestling Podcast over on StreamYard. That's tonight at 9. If you can and if you're able, come join us tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Hey, niece. Yeah, you missed it. We wrapping up now. I'm gonna try to look. I'm gonna try to play it back in its entirety. Let me go and do some edits and see if I can get it up here in its entirety. All right. Peace and blessings, guys. Y'all take care.